Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most electrifying podcast in sports entertainment. Welcome to Boom Goes the Dynamite, UTR. We are here, folks. It's me, your champion, your Reggie Simpson Memorial Predictions champion, the best in the world, Pork Chop. Cash! Joined by the man, the myth, the legend, your forever intercontinental champion, Matty Reigns. What's going on, Matt?
What is up, Kenny? Thank you for that great introduction. I'm giving myself a pat on the back. Shout out to me, because from Monday to Wednesday, that was way better. Because when Greg is in charge, I let Greg do everything. So it's like when I get behind the wheel again, I got to relearn everything. Then I had a new laptop, so I really had to relearn everything. But Tuesday, I got on here on Tuesday and had worked out all the kinks. So Wednesday, he wouldn't even know if I didn't even say anything. Like, well, y'all see Greg ain't here. Y'all would just be like, well, dang, look like Greg doing everything. No, that was me. That was me making sure everything was nice, looking spiffy. But happy hump day, y'all. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Boom Goes the motherfucking Dynamite, the AEW preview. And
what's going on, Batty?
It's gonna be a preview. What up, Batty? What up, Batty? It's I was telling Kenny, coincidentally, apparently I saw something on Twitter that says this week, starting from this past Monday until next Sunday, it's 47 and a half hours of wrestling.
God damn, that's a lot.
I just took their word for it.
That is a lot. That's a lot of fucking wrestling, man.
I love wrestling. I don't love it that much. But 40, like, this is WrestleMania levels. Like, this is WrestleMania levels of hours.
Folks, I apologize for the noise you hear in the background. I am actually being the chef tonight for my household. So I am frying up some pork chops. So that's the sound that you're hearing. It's not anyone peeing in the background. It's pork chops frying in some hot ass grease. And while I'm doing that, I'm also getting Naya's dinner ready, because she's sitting here looking at me like one of the ASPCA animals, like she don't right, like she don't never get fed. So I apologize for walking back and forth and the extra noises and shit. I'm just on super daddy duties right now, feeding the entire family, the fur family and the two-legged family. Even though some of the two-legged families got fur, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But man, right, 47 hours, like, you are holding people's lives hostage.
They really are. Like, nobody, like I said, I love wrestling. I love it, but I don't love it that much because
not for no 47 hours.
I just saw it.
Matt, you hear the sound went out. You're on mute, Matt.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So I got the graphics. So Raw was 2 hours and some change. NXT was 2 hours. Tonight is Dynamite. You don't know what Dynamite could be, depending on what it can Dynamite overrun.
Which is and if it does have an overrun, it better have an overrun for something better than what it's been doing for the past couple of fucking times, pissing me the fuck off. Got me staying up waiting for this shit to be an overrun and it be ass.
And then in this, they're counting Evolve. I don't know how long Evolve is on, but they counting Evolve. That's tonight too. Then they got Collision.
Look at that golden pork chop. Look at that golden pork chop.
That is golden.
That boy do what he do.
Impact is at least 2 hours. Then you got Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor on Friday. We're not predicting that. We got SmackDown on Friday. That's going to be 2 hours. Then you got All In Texas. You got Great American Bash. Yeah, and then you got Saturday night's main event that should be at least 2 hours, and then you got Evolution to end the weekend. Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, I know.
I got it. I've been doing the good entrances today so far. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, NWO proudly presents to you. It's Are You Fucking Serious Game Show Predictions Champion. He is the man from Cincinnati, Ohio. We call him the teacher man. And give it up for main event, Mike Jumper.
Hey, that's a 5-star introduction, my brother.
I'm in the spirit right now, giving out good introductions. I gave me one. I gave Matt one. You want here? You getting one too, brother? Why not?
Fuck it, why not? Hey, I appreciate it, brother. Hey, what's good, my brother? How you doing this evening?
Like my ass over here playing cook. I'm fucking frying them some goddamn pork chops real quick.
I'm going to Kroger after this, or I'm going to Save-A-Lot, one or the other. I know where I'm not going. Little Caesars or McDonald's.
and right, that we narrowed that down real quick before the show even started.
I don't want that. Those are the two restaurants that are close to this apartment. And usually when I don't want to cook, I eat that. But I don't want McDonald's. And I don't want no damn pizza.
Right. What's going on, Kenesha? What up, Batty?
What up, Batty? What up, y'all? Yeah, I was just.
But Mike, we was talking about how there is 47 hours of wrestling this week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Matt and I were talking about that last night. Like, yeah, that's a fucking gauntlet if there ever is one. Jesus Christ,
bro. The fucking G1 tournament doesn't even last that long.
Right.
Okay, and that's like a month. And that's like a whole month tournament.
So we got a little bit of news for y'all. Me and Kenny went. I gave him the preview. Mike, you gonna find out in real time some of this news. Some of this news I found out at the same time as Kenny did because I was reading it. The big thing, because me and Kenny didn't know this. Mike, what time is All In Texas?
What time is All In?
What time do you think is All In Texas?
I would assume 8 o'clock.
Okay, you were just like me and Kenny. You were just like me and Kenny. Me and Kenny thought the same damn thing. Guess what, y'all? According to Fightful, All In Texas is currently slated to conclude before Saturday night's main event airs.
Wait, so they're doing an afternoon show?
It's competing against Great American Bash.
They against Bash.
Oh, they pussy.
Great American Bash.
They pussy. Oh, they pussy. But they smart though.
They gonna beat the fuck out of Great American Bash.
Yeah, fuck out of Great.
Yes.
They gonna whip Great American Bash's ass. Okay. You got Okada versus Omega on that card.
Yeah.
And you putting it on in the afternoon so motherfuckers could day drink? Oh, it's a dub. They're not stupid. They doing exactly that. They put it on in the afternoon. People can day drink. They gonna fuck around and be passed out by the time fucking Saturday night's main event come on. Or they're banking on everybody else going to see Beyonce in the same fucking city.
Yeah.
I already planned my Saturday. My barber was like, hey, starting on, he was like, I got to get neck surgery. So if y'all don't get y'all's hair cut on Saturday, y'all ain't getting it cut until August 6th. I was like, you ain't got to say nothing but a word. Yeah, I'll be there Saturday at 11:45. And I will probably be home because when I get my hair cut, I'll go drink. So I'll probably be arriving good and toasty, good and lit at sometime during All In, All In Texas. Because they're saying Saturday night's main event ends at 8. It's starting at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's going to end before 8 o'clock, but it's starting at 3 o'clock.
So which means that shit is ending at 7:59.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know
That
what?
shit is ending at 7:59, nigga.
You know what? Like I was joking, saying they pussy. That's the smartest thing they could have done.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take us a whole Saturday afternoon. Because honestly, Great American Bash is not looking like anything worth damn while. But
No.
Right.
I ain't watching all in it.
Yeah, I'll probably be tuning in too. And also, come to find out, Tyler Bate recently claimed on Instagram he's not injured. He's not injured. WWE just ain't had nothing for him, so he's just sitting down.
Oh boy.
You know what that means? That means he got 1 foot out the door.
Mm-hmm. That mean we are going to see Tyler Bate make a surprise appearance on Winter is Coming episode of Dynamite.
Next time they have a big ass Royal Rumble match or a Battle Royal AEW, you're gonna see a fucking mustache pop up on their screen. Like, who is that? Oh, that's Tyler Bate.
And isn't Trent Seven in ROH anyway?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, boom, there we go.
Mm-hmm. Boom, there goes Dynamite.
and Pete Dunne ain't too happy about his run right now with them having nothing to do with him too. Yep. Looks like AEW is about to get a nice little faction in British Strong Style.
Yep.
Like they did the stop-start. They at one point Pete Dunne did have stuff, and now he ain't got anything. It wouldn't shock me if all of a sudden, in the next month or so, oh look, it's the Big Strong Boys in a tag match.
And that's
insane.
And that's insane, because think about it. Back in like 2017, like those two dudes were the future. They were in the final of the
You sound like a hater, Batty. You sound like you mad you ain't drilling soul every day. And if you are being a hater, I'm right with you.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't Tyler, it's her.
I'm right with you. I'm right with you, Batty. I am not judging you. I am right with you.
Not every day, man. You a lucky motherfucker, boy.
No, he took Finn's place as being the whore of the locker room. Finn was a whore when he was in NXT. Now he's married. He's a retired whore.
It just is mind-boggling to me because they pushed them to the fucking moon.
Well, H pushed them to the fucking moon when it was NXT.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, they pushed them to the fucking moon in NXT. You would have thought, like, hey, these guys will do something. But you know what, though? This is where we miss brands like 205 Live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they went too heavy on developmental and killed off 205 Live. There's no reason we should have an LFG.
Exactly.
Who would Evolve? Like Evolve and LFG are essentially the same thing. One is a reality show. One is on Tubi.
Really, like that should still be 205 Live.
Yeah.
Because think about it, with 205 Live, they filmed that shit right after SmackDown.
Sure did.
And you put it on right after NXT.
You know what would help? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what would help?
Get rid of main event too.
Actually, Matt, I was just about to say the opposite of that.
Oh,
I was gonna say
rebranded for 205.
Right. Like, how about you keep it? You can even keep it called main event, but mostly do 205 matches on there and shit like that, and put it on fucking television for everybody to see. That's the main thing right there. Stop making everything YouTube exclusives, fucking Peacock exclusives. You don't have the network anymore. The network is where you can do that. You don't have that. So you're scattering everything out too much for your viewers to try to find to keep up with you. You got to go to YouTube to go to WWE Vault. If you want to watch old fucking NXT. You got to go to YouTube if you want to watch Cody Rhodes' thing. You got to go to Peacock if you want to watch the PLE. You got to go to Netflix if you want to watch Raw. It's too much. Simplify everything, and you can have a steady process of growing in marketing. Which is why when you had the network, you saw record numbers, which allowed you to do the shit that you're doing now. Because you were a one-stop shop for everything. One spot. Do that.
Yeah, I can't. Like, back in the day when they used to have Michael crack up, so as I said, Velocity.
Oh, God.
Remember when those shows used to just come on random channels?
Right.
Like, it would just come on in the middle of the, like, in some
MTV
areas,
fucking too.
Saturday morning. In some areas, it came on at 11:30 at night, but it came on. It was like, y'all pick whenever y'all want to put it on.
Yeah, Velocity.
I don't know what main event it comes on. I just know it's true.
I just know that shit. I mean, do they still show that shit on Hulu?
I guess.
I watched it on YouTube a couple weeks ago because I told Greg, I was like, y'all, do not waste your time watching main event. It is the most horrible hour of like whatever of like wrestling you will sit through. I only watched it.
It doesn't have to be. And it doesn't have to be because think about this. Old NXT that had us captivated was only a fucking hour. You can do something in an hour. Yep. If you fucking want to. You can really do something in an hour.
Let me tell you how they bullshit you for this whole hour. They got me suckered in because it was like, remember, Cross was doing main event matches? So I'm like, you know what? We kept hearing about it, and then they finally put a main event up on YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to watch this. Got up here Saturday morning, smoked, and I'm like, all right, it's the Cross match, but what else is in this hour? Bruh. They gave you Cross. Well, they gave you a dark match from SmackDown. It was Julia versus someone. I don't even remember, but Julia won. Duh. Then they said, guess what's coming up next? And I'm sitting up here minding my business. They say, we're going to have a promo from Gunther. And I'm like, Gunther?
The fuck he doing on this?
It wasn't. It was the promo from that Monday.
Oh.
It was the promo that when Goldberg interrupted him. I said, how dare I said, y'all really gonna act like this happened? They're like, yeah, we're gonna replay this promo from Monday. So then they did that. Then they give us Cross. They give us the Cross match. So I'm like, you know what? See the crowd reacting, all this, that, and the other. They go right back to another recap. They present it as if it's literally coming up now. They're like, yeah, and now, guess what? It was like, we're gonna show you AJ versus JD Madonna from earlier this week. I said, no, y'all tried to show me that match live after Goldberg interrupted Gunther. And I clicked the fuck off. And I'm like, I'm skipping this again because I don't want to watch this match.
Right. I'm not falling for this trick.
It's all recording. The dark matches, if you go to a live SmackDown or Raw, those matches they record before those shows go live, they end up on main event, and then they throw a whole bunch of Raw recap bullshit into it. And that's right to Kenny's point. Y'all can make an hour matter if y'all want to. I see why it's on YouTube. Like, bruh, I watched that one time. I said, yeah, I'm never watching main event again. Like, if that's how y'all doing it now, no.
And like I said, the old NXT was only for an hour. I'm talking about the golden years with Adam Cole, fucking Velveteen Dream, FTR. That shit was only an hour. And then after that,
for takeovers, because the takeovers were 2 hours, and now a 2-hour show is a regular NXT. Like, no, that was a takeover.
Right. Shit, takeovers used to be in the middle of the fucking week on a goddamn Wednesday.
They would have, because that's when NXT was on. Like you said, they only had that hour. And their PLEs, it would be NXT, blah, 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 NXT arrival. And then after a while, they said, scratch all that. We just going to take over the network. But like you said, it would be literally, it's like, hey, we're going to be on Thursday. We're going to be on Wednesday. Then they started doing it. Oh, we'll make y'all the night before a pay-per-view. Cool, because y'all going to make y'all the real. We that's how we always said NXT was the real main roster because it's like
Right.
this is giving us this bullshit. We getting real wrestling over here.
Mm-hmm.
But now, go ahead, Mike.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, finish.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like now with people like Tyler Bate and all them, I feel bad for them because they were
that fucking golden era.
For that golden era, and for them to be so young, they're still veterans. But for them to not be in the title scene,
Mike, you ain't get a chance. You ain't get a chance to see one of these golden boys yet.
Like it's a shame that neither of them.
Toss one of them bad boys over here.
And that good for that, boy.
Give me a piece of white bread and some hot sauce.
But yeah, it's just a shame that like Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne could both be. They could be on separate brands.
One and shit.
Both be in the mid card title scene.
And you know what? Like, just to continue the conversation about like 205 and like how they could have kept that brand. All this time, we dealt with 3 fucking hours of SmackDown. That third hour could have been towards that brand.
Mm-hmm.
205. You could have did it either the first hour or the third hour.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the first hour because that's what to get the crowd hot.
I got an idea. How about this? Keep main event. Keep it on television. Make it for just your tag teams and your fucking 205 type people.
Yep.
Put all your fucking tag teams on that show. All of them.
Yep.
And you would have yourself a good ass fucking show.
Mm-hmm. Because all you need, what, an hour, what, 4 matches? Hey, that'd be fire. You have 2 tag matches, 2 205 matches, boom, fire. And if you have it, like I said before, like if you had that 3-hour block on SmackDown, you can put that main event the first hour. Put 4 fire-ass matches there, get the crowd going. Get the adrenaline rush started before SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, that's a great show right there.
Here we go. We got a little bit more news. If y'all didn't know anything, well, y'all knew Jamie Hayter was hurt. Also hurt is Red Velvet. Red Velvet is the Ring of Honor Women's TV champ, I believe. Ring of Honor Women's TV champion.
That fucking whole section of AEW is cursed right now.
So they got a crown, a word that we ain't heard in a while. They are crowning an interim TV champ at Supercard of Honor this Friday.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That no one even knew they were fucking having, because why? Another show that should be on television that can get proper promotion. It's not shown on fucking TV. People love Ring of Honor, but I'm going to be honest, AEW, right now, you are getting into the territory of meeting the casual fan. Because you have adopted so many people from WWE, you have these names now that are adopting the casual fan. And they're adopting your product. They want to see these people that were in WWE, and they want to see it on your show. So, guess what? They're not going to pay for Honor Club. They don't know what Honor Club is. Okay? You tried to do something by having Bandito and Chris Jericho on Dynamite and stuff feuding for the belt. That's fantastic that you did that. But why should you do that when you have a whole fucking promotion that you should just put on television to begin with? Another fucking thing that should be on television.
Oh, we don't know what she got hurt, what the injury is, but her Tony Khan, whatever it is, she's going to be able to work through the injury, but she can't fight. She can't make the pay-per-view.
But you let Athena keep the fucking belt.
Yeah, it's so ass backwards. Apparently, she could be back in a few weeks, but he covered his ass by saying a few months. So it might this literally might be the most interim of all interim things.
So basically they pulled the Naomi. Remember when Naomi got hurt and they stripped her only for her to fucking come back before the time that she would have been stripped of her fucking title to win it right back?
And then Tony Khan also said that since Red Velvet is hurt, this messes up the newest Ring of Honor title that they introduced, which is the Pure Women's Championship. Now the interim champ will be crowned via a tournament. Because he said Velvet's injury in the TV title situation caused some delays in getting the Pure title tournament started because frankly, it's a lot of the same people fighting for the interim TV champion position who would also be in line for the Pure tournament. Queen Aminata was part of the presentation for that damn title. But if you've been watching AEW recently, you've noticed that she's been in AEW feuding with Thekla. And TK says she's been called up to AEW because Jamie Hayter is hurt.
Wow.
We don't know why Jamie Hayter. We don't know what she's hurt. What's her injury?
Again, Jamie Hayter has stay hurt, bro.
You know what? You know what? You know what baffles me about this company? We talk about how WWE, they're on the road and stuff, and they have these house shows and things like that, and they taking the extra bumps during these house shows. AEW only has 2 shows a week, Dynamite and Collision, and then once a month they have a pay-per-view. What's up with all these fucking injuries? I know they wrestle full throttle, but it's like shit.
The problem is, I'm gonna be honest with you. AEW allows their talents to do something that WWE does not. AEW allows their talents to go to indie promotions and compete at indie shows. Nothing against these indie shows because, granted, I am a fan of them. That's where I go. I go to watch some of the big stars come to those shows. But at the same time, you have more of a chance of getting hurt at an indies promotion from a ring that is not being put together by technical professionals who technically do this for a living, but instead wrestling students. You got more of a chance of being hurt by that ring than you do in shit like that. So WWE protects their people, which is leading to less injuries, I guess. But you got to stop letting everybody be able to do everything they want sometimes. Sometimes you got to say no, TK. It's all right to say no sometimes. Yeah. But I want to go compete in a death wire match with rhinos as the fucking referee. Sit your ass down. No, you ain't doing that.
That's true. Like, to your point, Kenny, those indie shows, that's their house shows. Being able to go from this promotion to that promotion and wrestle in these different type of matches. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's their house shows, the indies.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this last week. I said, look, the thing about Vince and even with Trips, they rule with an iron fist when need be. Well, Vince ruled with an iron fist all the time.
Yeah,
right.
That motherfucker, he wouldn't let people be in movies. You know what I'm saying? So, Tony Khan, like, hey, I know that you always say you want to be different from quote unquote WWE and whatever, but it's okay to rule with an iron fist.
Sometimes it really is.
If you would have ruled with an iron
fist when he feels like it. Like when he was pissed off at Ray Phoenix and Pentagon, they couldn't do nothing.
Right.
When he pissed off at Ricky Starks, he couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
But it's when you're in his good graces, go ahead and do what you want, bruh. These people are getting hurt, and it's messing up how you're trying to get your plans off. It's ruined not one but 2 title pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are they getting hurt, but on the other side, they're climbing fucking mountains and holding up fucking storylines.
And there's no reason for as deep as that roster to be. This is why I will keep beating the drum. TK, open the checkbook and pay Gail Kim.
Mm-hmm.
You need someone who has been in those women's shoes that can lead this division in a proper fashion, because it's a deep division. There's no reason you should be relying on Queen Aminata, Red Velvet, Jamie Hayter.
And on top of that, he tries to be Vince where he tries to do everything. It's like, TK, you didn't grow up in the wrestling business. Vince, from the time he was like a teenager, was raised by the wrestling business, working with his father. You, TK, on the other hand,
are a fan who has a rich daddy.
Endless money, and you went to your daddy and say, I want to begin a wrestling company. And your dad said, here, nigga, dad.
Like, you can't be Booker and Boss Man.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be both of those. Because we already know you both.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you're good as a boss.
Right.
But at times, like right now, for the last few months, you've been great as a Booker. Minus out the Death Riders bullshit. But it's
right.
It's like, bruh,
you can't keep this momentum can't keep going.
Exactly. Like, if you pay people to do those jobs, your product will be even better than what it already is. Because we've all admitted over the past year and a half, this has been the best stretch for AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Without question, this has been their best stretch. So
we've even said that y'all had the fucking best wrestler and best gimmick in all of the fucking professional wrestling for the past year in Tony Storm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now it's like, to Matt's point, now open up that checkbook. There's two people I'll hire off rip. Gail Kim and good old Scotty D.
Right. Off rip. Give me those two, and you know you got yourself a banger.
Mm-hmm.
You got a women's division that's gonna make a fucking difference and matter, and you got a creative mind that's gonna be able to give you something to do with everyone in the company.
Yep.
Because that was something that Scotty D was good at. Scotty D was good at making sure everybody had a role doing something.
Yep.
TNA was 2 hours, and out of that 2 hours, you saw every single person on that fucking roster. Whether it be for 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 seconds, you saw every single person on that roster, and you saw every single person was involved in some type of storyline.
Mm-hmm. And because I guarantee you.
And you have the roster where you can make hella fucking storylines.
Like, you hire Scotty D,
like,
guess what brands come back? Guess what brand comes back to life? Ring of Honor. Because what Kenny just said, he's going to make sure that the ROH champion, ROH women's champion, the peer champion, the tag champions, the television champions, he's going to make sure they are on AEW television. He's going to make sure of that. He's going to make sure that the wrestling fans realize, oh, shit, we got to pay attention to ROH too.
Mm-hmm.
It's him buying Ring of Honor. He thought he was doing something so special. When he did it, I was like, you don't. Why are you making a monopoly on the independent scene? Like, let Ring of Honor be Ring of Honor. There's no reason for you to have Ring of Honor. You have a wrestling company. It's called AEW.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we got it, it's like, okay, so is Ring of Honor your NXT? No. Oh, no, it's not. Yes, it is. But you don't want to call it that. You don't want to co-brand anything as AEW Ring of Honor. You don't want. It's like, if you don't want to do anything with it, why'd you buy it? Because someone else could have bought it, could have had it.
Just to keep the fucking library away from WWE. Honestly, that was the only reason, to keep the library away.
It was a super petty, like, bruh, you're not doing anything. Like, at this point, would it shock us in the next few years we heard something, they're like, AEW was selling Ring of Honor. They're like, yeah, I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
But let's get into NXT. NXT last week, it was an
something.
interesting setup. Me and Mike,
but
it wasn't. The one part that was, y'all know when we get to it. We opened the show with Ricky Saints taking on all
Vanity Project.
Vanity Project. In the stipulation, it was a gauntlet match. The stipulation was if Ricky Saints was able to complete the gauntlet, them boys, it's all three of them boys. If he beat all three of them, he will get an NXT North American title shot against All Ego Ethan Page, and he'll also get to pick the stipulation. We're not gonna waste y'all's time. He beat, if y'all didn't know their names, you're gonna learn them now. He beat Brad Baylor first. Yes, his name is Brad Baylor.
That's actually my favorite person out of Swipe Right. I ain't gonna lie. That's my favorite one.
So he beats him with a springboard tornado DDT. Then we get Ricky Smokes. So you have Ricky on Ricky Violence. Ricky Saints versus Ricky Smokes. Saints beats that ass with a jackknife pin. And then here comes Jackson Drizzy Drake. That's unfortunate.
Drizzy Maverick, baby.
And first of all, this motherfucker's shaped like Zack Sabre Jr.
I said, Trip said,
that's like
you're at home.
The rest is kind of like DB. I'm like, what kind of fucking hybrid is this thing?
That's why he's their fucking champ.
I was like, that's what I was looking at him wrestle. I was like, okay, I see why you're the evolved champ.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
All three of them boys good.
I told y'all, man. My boy Swipe Right is no joke.
Yeah, all three of them boys good. I ain't gonna hold you.
So Ricky Saints.
I see match like, hey, what's his name? The one. What's his name? The first one.
The first one.
Right.
Ricky, Brad Baylor.
Yeah, Brad Baylor. My first thought was he got a haircut like Lil Nate. Lil Nate's haircut. Yeah, he's good, and he got a personality on him.
I told y'all.
Someone on Twitter called this match. They was like, "Oh, it's Ricky Starks versus three Cody Legacies." I was like, "Yeah, y'all look like Cody from Legacy." Cody used to look awkward as fuck. I was like, "Why does he look like he just got his daddy's draws?" And was like, "I'm a wrestler." Like, no, you're not, Cody. Bulk up, kid. Bulk up. But yeah, Ricky wins, so he's getting this title shot. And he's gonna
the Falls Count Anywhere, no holds barred match.
Yeah, so they gotta have something to because it wasn't much booked for Great American Bash. So now we got that. Right after that, we get backstage in the women's locker room where it's always some shit going down. And coincidentally, this time it was my baby always running her mouth because she ain't gonna let nobody talk bad. So she stepped up to old Lady Reed and told her, "Hey,
bitch, I'll whip your ass." That's basically what she told Lady.
So you need to be worried about Thea Hell on top of that. So we getting that. We come back from commercial. We got Jordan Grace. This is all throughout the show. We're just gonna give you a recap of that. All throughout the show, you getting these vignettes of Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace having a
girls' day,
girls' day, trying to get along because they got this tag match at Great American Bash
that we all know Blake Monroe is turning on her ass with.
Yep.
Because Mariah May is a good person, kind of boring.
And then we got to me and Mike's main event. It's the people's main event. It was Charlie Dempsey, King Charles Dempsey.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Amistad Give Us Free matchup.
Give Us Free.
Sponsored by 40 Acres and a Mule. That his ass still ain't gonna get.
This world, yeah. Last night was definitely an episode.
You had the abolitionist, Tavion, going up against his owner.
And this shit, me and Mike went into this like he surely Tavion is gonna win. I was picking up my Grubhub order, and in the process of me picking up my Grubhub order, Tavion was losing his fight for freedom.
In the process of picking up that Grubhub order, Ren Sinclair ass threw the motherfucking towel in on his ass.
And on him to quit for him. Tavion was refusing to quit because in the middle of the match, Tavion got his knee caught into the steel steps, Charlie, being the smart person that he is, stumped on his knee. Because I don't blame him too. I would have stumped on him.
Stop the shit out there. You ain't gonna. How you gonna run Negro with no knee?
So that was like, damn. Okay, so what was the point of that? He's still a slave, like I said in the chat. Man, he ain't never gonna be free.
Never.
That's what
never.
I'm like, wow. I'm looking at Ren like, oh no, baby, what is you doing? Like, what is you doing, baby?
She ain't down with the Brown.
Hell nah.
He is forever wade in the water. That's forever gonna be Tavion.
Yeah, that's it. Tavion's still a slave.
That motherfucker, when he finally get free, he gonna look like Frederick Douglass.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I've been calling him the abolitionist.
So poor Tavion, he's still a slave.
Right. How did that kid get free, but not the nigga? The deaf kid couldn't even hear them talking about him, but yet the black dude got, damn, this is some bullshit. We should start a fucking GoFundMe. Free Tavion and see what the fuck happens. Let's see if we can get a chant somewhere. Free Tavion.
All we gotta do is go on Twitter and start a hashtag.
And then speaking of bullshit, we had Hank and Tank talking back.
Oh boy.
And then Javon's talking to him, minding his business, is telling him.
And then Javon died.
And then Javon gets a drive-by shot by Jasper Troy, just to tell us, like, if y'all didn't notice, Jasper and Javon are going to be fighting at Great American Bash.
Yeah.
I retweeted it. And apparently, the people see the same thing I see.
Apparently, we know that you are riding with HBK because that is a match that is announced now.
We are sick of the dude that used to write for New Day, Kazim. I ain't gonna try and say his last name because he's African. But Kazim is like, honestly, I can't get hyped for like. He basically said, I can't get hyped for anybody that fights Oba because I can't take them seriously because y'all have already basically told us the only person that can honestly beat him is Javon because Javon got big. He knocked them out that one time. And it's like, we see what y'all doing. Y'all just wasting our time. Y'all wasting Oba's time. Y'all wasting our time. Y'all wasting Javon's time. Let's get this over with.
Right.
And let him win the title.
Exactly. Like this is beyond a filler. This is busy work.
Like,
you know what though? I'm being, you know what? I hate Human Nora's hair. I hate it with a passion. But I do like the fact that they are trying to push this guy as somebody major. And the little the promos from Muda, EO, all the Noah stars, that was cool. I did like that.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that WWE is becoming more active and blatant showing with the fact that they have relationships with other promotions now.
Yeah.
I do like that. I don't know if Human Yura is the right guy to choose to represent for Noah, but apparently he is.
I mean, that's because now, more than any other time, they are epitomizing the first W in their name. They are now world.
Yeah.
Why?
Because with TKO is like, we do this all the time with UFC. So y'all definitely gonna be just like Evolution. They're having a battle royal, so in the winner of the battle royal is gonna get their title shot in Paris. I was like, oh, okay.
Yep, in Paris.
I forgot that's a PLE.
Yep. Clash in Paris. You got that. Hell, we've had Backlash in Puerto Rico, in France. Hell, that
Riyadh season.
Yeah,
Riyadh season.
Don't forget the Rumble 2026 is in Saudi.
Oh God.
Oh shit, it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's my graphic, Sammy.
Right. But
Damn,
yeah,
we
like
getting closer and closer to WrestleMania being overseas too.
That's why I feel. That's why I really feel like.
London.
That's why I think SummerSlam next year is good. SummerSlam, because if Money in the Bank is in August, SummerSlam has to be overseas. If no,
Stadium.
it's gonna be in football mode after Money in the Bank. Because after Money in the Bank, we're gonna be like, kick the ball.
Nigga.
Tell me where they're gonna be at. They were there once, and they're gonna be there again. Wembley Stadium.
They're gonna try that. I'm thinking they're going overseas.
London would be the place to do a WrestleMania if for no other reason, language barrier. There is one.
Yep, that too.
If for no other reason, that would be the main reason why they would pick London to
let
be
they ask.
there.
They basically saying, America, y'all gonna have Money in the Bank in New Orleans. SummerSlam could be over in London, and it's gonna be 2 nights. So think of it. It's probably gonna be 2 nights. So think about that. You have a Saturday night, London, Sunday, Saturday afternoon, or Sunday afternoon, and it's gonna be before football season. It has to be before football season. So they're more than likely willing to, just like AEW was willing to compete against Great American Bash. They're willing to compete against the Great American Bash that is known as early college football.
Mm-hmm.
That is ass more often than not.
And Matt, you know what I just thought of? That since you mentioned that next year's Rumble's gonna be over there in Saudi, you know what they're gonna call it again? The world's greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh God!
Mm-hmm.
Braun got to defend this title. Braun got to come back and defend that booty ass green belt. I hated that era. That was the most ass era of fantasy. Because I'd be like, what? You really getting points for this? This ain't even gonna happen again. Oh, this is ass. But yeah, we skipped over the most ass match of the night. But we're gonna go to the ending because me and Mike, I was already done with the high rise just from the dude came.
Oh my God! I watched that. What the fuck?
He walked out like that. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
What the fuck is the purpose of fucking high rise? What the entire fuckity fuck is these fucking niggas' purpose?
Mike noticed that he was like, so they just got Wesley's instrumental. I said, they're so ass that the lyrics left the song.
Yo, low key, Human Yours the same way. This thing got Josh Briggs' entrance song.
Well, at least that nigga's fighting for a title.
And then the shit that pissed me off with this match, it was a decent match it was the High Rise versus Joe Henry and Mike Santana. Trick Williams comes out there and runs interference.
And they still fucking lose.
They get assisted to win. And they didn't win. They already had the advantage because Wesley was out there. They get another added person. So it's 4 on 2. 4 on 2. And they still lost. So I was like, what was the point of Trick coming out here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was the fucking point? In the words of Cardi B, what was the reason? Like
that's all on the group side, man. All these dudes are ass.
Yeah, I said that just solidify how ass y'all are. Like, Wesley, stop wasting your time and come up to the main roster.
Yeah.
And speaking of wasting our time, we get another promo from Dark State, which cracked me up because I thought Dion was speaking Spanish.
Nah, that nigga was just speaking pure gibberish. That nigga said, "Wabula baha." I said, what?
I was sitting up here just like, I told Mike, like, is Dion speaking Spanish? And he was like, no, he was just stuttering over himself. I was like, okay, so I thought I was tripping. Like, did my shit just switch to Spanish because he's not speaking English?
Nah, that nigga hit us with the suffering succotash.
Uh-huh.
That's what the fuck happened.
Yep. That motherfucker was foghorn leghorn. Yeah, I say. like what? Like nigga, what?
Clay? What up, Clay? What up with you?
What up, man?
We doing all right. We chilling. Happy Wednesday to you. But yeah, so Dark State talk they little shit. They talking about they gonna take a close look at the tag title match tonight. Yeah, I bet y'all are. And then we get to this fuck ass segment with homeboy Josh Briggs and Oba Femi. It was a good segment until Josh Briggs decided to just put his name in the Kool-Aid. Like,
yo, and Oba legit told him. Oba said, "Yo, you get your boy. This ain't his fight. I'm about to lay this nigga out. Get your boy. And then Josh wanted to hop in, and Josh got laid the fuck out like Oba promised. And then my man E Honda hit him with the 100-hand slap. Hit him with the 100-hand slap, and
because even I was sitting up here like, who told you? Why are you even out here? First of all, Josh, like,
what's going on?
Like, why are you out here? Number one, and number two, who told you to talk?
Why you got a mic?
And then your man had the nerve to tell Oba, "Yo, Ilman is a good guy, but I'm so disrespectful. I have no honor. I'ma say what needs to be said." Well, somebody needs to tell you what needs to be said is, "You're fired." That's what needs to be said to you, motherfucker. All right?
I was staring there like, no one. I was just like, no one asked for your input.
Not one bit. That Josh right there. Remember when you was little and you used to say, "Dang, you all up in the Kool-Aid, don't even know the flavor." That's the literal definition of that shit right there with Josh Briggs did. Like, literally.
Whose man's is this?
Yeah, right.
Like, that
right.
And then like they fought. Him and Briggs had a fight, and I'm like, so are y'all fighting next week? Or are you getting added to the NXT title match? What was the point of this? I don't want for Josh Briggs. It's bad enough I got homeboy. I don't want this. We don't want this. So I was like, y'all are wasting Oba's time with these matches. So after that, we get Kalani, we get my baby, freshly engaged with her braids, my braided up baby, taking on Lainey Reed. That was a decent match. Kalani beat her ass with the split-legged moonsault.
Right, she hit that shit clean. She hit that shit clean as fuck. I was like, okay, Kalani, okay, no, okay, mama. I ain't got nothing to say on that. She hit that shit clean as fuck.
That was one of her. It's been such a total 180. Like, it just seems like it was yesterday. She was just learning how to wrestle and getting her bearings, and now she's the veteran and she's helping someone else along, like Lainey. Oh, like damn.
Right.
You know why though? Because she was already a freak of nature as an athlete.
Like, she got the RVD seal of approval before RVD ever showed up, and then he showed up and was like, "Yeah, I see why they call you Baby Me, because you are."
like to your point, Matt, like people like her, Oba, years prior, Bianca, like these people are already freaking natures before they even step foot in the ring. So for them, it doesn't take a thing for them to catch on athletically.
Right.
Hell, look at Kurt. Kurt is
Kurt is that's the best rookie. Fuck Brock Lesnar's rookie year, because all he did was win King of the Ring and the WWE title. Kurt Angle still has the best rookie year in WWE, WWF history ever. King of the Ring, European title, Intercontinental title, and the WWF title. I don't think he won the tag titles, but he did every damn thing else. Like, you knew who Kurt Angle was by the time the year 2000 was over. You were like, oh, I know who he is.
Right.
So, like, when you look at, like, and again, like, when you look at someone like Kaylani, it's like, damn, like, that girl was good. She is so good. Like, again, another person whose time they're wasting. Send that girl either to Raw or SmackDown.
Right. If she's not gonna be in the NXT Women's Title picture, stop wasting her time. Let her get called up. Call her up to SmackDown. There's like right now, the women's roster is the deepest that it's ever been. Like, you have people like the 4 Horsewomen are the old heads now, and then people like Bianca and Rhea are technically old heads, but they're not. They're the current. Naomi is an old head, but she's really not. She's a current. Everybody like this, it's so stacked that it's like the people that are old are still dominant. The people that are currently dominant, they are just as good. Like there's no bad, nothing bad in the women's division. Like if you suck, that's on you.
Literally,
that is on you. And speaking of sucking, the worst segment of the whole night, we gonna super skim over it. We just gonna say it by the name on the Tony D. D'Angelo family vignette said, they almost lost my motherfucking viewership. I did click off and then I clicked back on and stacked, and Rizzo was there. I said, of course, Rizzo shows up when I click the damn click off. So Rizzo was finally back. Not how I thought she'd come back. So whoop-de-doo, don't care. So then we get after that. After Kalani won, also coincidentally, they showed Javon getting looked at by the trainer, and Jasper Troy came up and beat his ass again. And then after we had
hold on. That was the funniest fucking segment of the night. And you know where I was? I was in the kitchen heating my food up, and all I hear is
Yo, Jasper came and beat his ass while he was stretched out.
Like, beat his ass. I'm like, see, now we get this unnecessary. Jasper Troy is just Black Josh Briggs, just doing shit unnecessary. Like, who said? We don't want to. Whose
man's is this?
I kid you not. I was in the kitchen getting my food out the microwave. I hear, I'm like, who the fuck is that?
I couldn't even register it was him because he popped up so damn quick. I'm like, okay, they working on Javon.
I see Young OG fucking curled up. I'm like, oh, he got touched.
That boy got fucked up.
And I said, oh, he Black Sammy.
Fucked up.
That's what I said. He Black Sammy. He get his ribs tenderized.
That was the funniest segment of the night, primarily because of where I was when it happened. I just heard a motherfucker die.
And then this fool comes out to the ring talking about some Ava. You need to add me to the title match. First of all, you need to talk to your black cousin Briggs, your white cousin Briggs, because he was over here fighting for no reason, trying to get added to the match. I guess no, we don't need. This needs to be 1-on-1, not a 3-way, not a fatal 4-way.
You know what? Let it be a triple threat, so that way we can get these motherfuckers out the way now, and we ain't gotta have no more bullshit ass fucking feuds.
It's gonna be a fatal 4-way then. He gonna add Briggs. Homeboy still got his match. He gonna be like, I'll take you all on. Stack them on top of each other.
Because you know what? This is how you end this right here. This is how you do this. You make that shit a fatal fucking 4-way. You wind up having Briggs wind up hitting Immunora. So that causes a rift between them two that you can finally break up that tag team. Oba fucking pins and beats the shit out of Jasper, so you ain't got to call his ass back no more. And boom, we just knocked out 3 fucking feuds mad quick for Oba. Bring on fucking Javon. Let's get this done with.
Yep. Wrap this shit on up.
Let's go. Wrap it. Let's go. Let's go.
All the bullshit up now.
Let's go. People gotta go to work. People gotta go to work. NXT, let's go.
Javon came out there, tries to beat his ass. So we're gonna obviously get Javon versus Jasper Troy at Great American Bash. Get us them points, Young OG. Get us them points. It ain't no -6 possibility. He's still on Raw's roster. But
Mongo.
Then we get this booty ass tag team title match of Hank and Tank versus the Culling. Yeah, I don't like
nobody came to see you, Otis. That's how I felt about this match.
Yeah, like
that's how I felt about this match.
Tag division is horrible. Like it's
overall, it's not just WWE. It's professional wrestling that's on television right now. Every promotion, I think, is pretty much sucking. Like, they got 1 or 2 good tag teams, and then that's it. There's nothing else for them to do. Like, who is really feuding with the Hurt Syndicate right now? Nobody.
They ain't fight nobody. Their feud is MJF.
Right. They're feuding within themselves. It's not even a feud with anybody. Like, who is really feuding? Like, SmackDown has the potential with the tag teams that they got. They have the best potential to have the best fucking tag division in all of wrestling, but they just have too much going on.
Yeah,
it's a little too much going on SmackDown.
Yeah, that's why we said Adam Pearce needed his ass beat, because it's like Braxium could be on Raw. If you could have DIY, hell, technically you ain't gonna put Ray Phoenix and Penta on the same show, but you can put Braxium, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, any of one of those three teams on Raw, and that would freshen up Raw
immediately. Matter of fact, put two of those teams on there.
Yeah,
put two of them. Put two of them.
Night with y'all. You supposed to keep showing up.
You know what? I've been saying this for a few years now, and I'll say it again, especially with the tag team division. You don't need two tag team divisions. You just need one.
They really don't. They like if you're gonna have two belts, if you're gonna have two belts, fill out the divisions. Don't have one division being heavy as fuck and the other one looking like ass. Because Raw's tag division is straight up ass.
Right.
The
fact that fucking War Raiders like not saying anything against War Raiders either, because we love fucking War Raiders, but bruh, that's about it. No,
like
New Day's time has passed.
Like Adam Pearce needs to. We brought them up. We brought them up earlier in the show, and I said it. Adam Pearce. This is how you be a good GM. You need to sign Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate to the Raw Tag Division.
Yeah,
that's an automatic upgrade. That's an automatic upgrade right there, right now. You know what else you can do too, Adam Pearce?
Matter.
You know what else you can do too, Adam Pearce? A team we also just talked about, a young team, so that way you can build a future around them. Pick up Swipe Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're a legitimate tag team. You need some of those.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they got everything, like Evolve, like the people from Evolve are supposed to move up to NXT, but it's like the people in NXT aren't really no better than the people in Evolve. They're all a basket. It's all a basket of ass.
Right. Like, at this point, you are 500% correct, brother.
You know what?
There is no difference.
Aren't that much better than Swipe Right.
And you know what? I just thought of this also. Yes, the partnership has been primarily NXT and TNA, but Pierce, call Santino.
Mm-hmm.
Bring a tag team or two from theirs up there to Raw.
And honestly, those are the titles that I thought would have changed already. I before the world title, I was like, a TNA tag team is gonna win the NXT tag titles to legitimize, like to put something like Hardy. Come on, mm-hmm. I've been saying the Hardy Boys was gonna. That's how they was gonna show. I'm like,
you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I think fucked up a lot of this? A lot of this, Chris Bay being injured.
Yeah, and now they ain't got no Ace Austin. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Chris Bay being injured, I think fucked up a lot of this, because I'm pretty sure Chris Bay and Ace Austin were definitely a part of the reason that WWE wanted to do a partnership with TNA.
Oh yeah.
I'm almost positive those two were definitely a reason, putting on fucking match after match after match, banger after banger after banger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But let's get into some AEW. We've been on this for a minute. Let's get into some AEW.
Yeah, this was the final segment of the night. Was the big brawl at the end of NXT. They actually put that up on YouTube, so if y'all want to see it in its entirety, y'all can see
all the titties. All the titties was brawling on NXT.
The best part of that was when Stephanie Recur's music came on. You would have thought Jesus returned.
Everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
I'm like,
what
Julius
the fuck is she doing?
I I see Julia walking through the crowd. They're like, we don't fucking care about you.
Right.
Because you know why? When Steph is around, you get Booker. Yeah.
They got me hyped. NXT, in true NXT fashion, got us hyped for that Evolution Battle Royal. I hope somebody from NXT wins, because that would make more sense. Not nobody from the main roster to win. Let somebody, one of them ladies from NXT win and get a title shot.
How about Jada and Lash? Those two are the only ones that need to be winning this.
My angels. Two of my angels. Jada was talking that shit. Lash was talking that shit. That's why I love them, because they already knew how to talk. They just had to learn how to wrestle, and they did that. Now, Sean, from the bottom of my heart, please let them win. Win something.
Right. Like these girls have worked their asses off to go from literally backups to main stars on your show. Like when Lash first appeared, we were like, oh boy, yeah, she looked good, but she's struggling. This is horrible with her in the fucking ring. Now we're like, okay, Lash, you got this new move, you got that new move, okay, Lash. Now we hyped. Jada was fucking with OTM. We automatically hated her just for that. We didn't hate her. We were just like, oh, she gotta be ass.
OTM, this is the Jada Parker project. They ain't never gonna do nothing. I mean, they got a title count. That's about it. But hey, it's been missed. It's still the Jada Parker project all the way. Miss Parker, Lash, I need one of them. That crowd, they gonna be in Atlanta, and Atlanta ain't nothing but us. They gonna know Miss Parker, and they gonna know boom, 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 shake your head. They gonna know Lash's the real theme. They know Lash's theme. Let one of them two win. They don't need that. The main roster gets enough spotlight. This is when you make new stars. Like when Ava brought it up and saying EO was in the finals of the Mae Young Classic at the first one, I was like, yeah, I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it because that was a long time ago. This is what needs to happen now. Like, you need to have new stars being made at this one. It can't be nobody better than Jada or Lash. But let's get into AEW Dynamite. It should be an interesting one. Let's see. All right. In an all-star 8-man tag match, we're going to have...
Oh, boy.
Yeah. John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and the Young Bucks versus Hangman Page, Will Ospreay, Shibata, and Powerhouse. And in a final face-to-face, Mercedes Moné, the Beast Mortos lady, and AEW's Women's World Champion, probably might be her last appearance as Women's World Champ, Timeless Toni Storm. We're going to get Samoa Joe versus Wheeler Yuta. And they're still getting stuff squared away for All In Texas. This is a 4-way match for the number 2 spot in the Women's Casino Gauntlet. Remember, you want to be 1 or 2. That's the one cool thing AEW has done. We're going to have Megan Bain, Tay Mella, Queen Aminata, hey, and Thekla, a.k.a. Spider-Woman.
That I still am not impressed with.
I'm never.
Still not impressed with this whole.
She left that company. Did not. I'm like, no, you are trouble. Because how you made the Japanese, you made them Asian people mad? Nah. I'm good. Because you did something bad. Like, you got fired. You know how hard it is to get fired by a Japanese company? You got to do some bad stuff.
Right.
We got MJF and Mark Briscoe having a talk ahead of the Men's Casino Gauntlet. Remember, they are number 1 and number 2. Because they are not pissed or shit, but they are going in 1 and 2. Bandito, and then we got another match. Bandito and Brody King versus Take a Shitter and Kyle Fletcher.
Probably it's gonna be a good ass match, but we're gonna have to deal with Don Callis on the fucking thing. So yeah.
And last but certainly not least, we got Ricochet, good old Paducah Duke, taking on Blake Christian. That is
good ass fucking match.
Right, that's gonna be a good ass match.
That should be. That's 2 hours that I will not be watching, but that'll be all right. AEW will get they've gotten by without my viewership for a lot of years now. But that will be everything for us tonight. Y'all have been sufficiently electrified. Thank you for joining us. If you like what you see, follow us at facebook.com/undertheringpod and twitch.tv/undertheringpod. We go live daily, Monday through Wednesday at 6. Thursday is our main show. It's at 9 p.m. You join us at 9 tomorrow. Y'all gonna see the triple predictions. But if Kenny wants to
losing my fucking belt. I'm losing my motherfucking belt.
Do you still want to predict Great American Bad?
No. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I'll run it with Greg. I'll ask Greg, like, Greg, it's like Great American Bash. Kenny doesn't want to call it.
Fuck it.
But yeah,
fuck it.
Follow us on there. Also, we got the link tree at /under the ring pod and the fingertip, aka just a tip /under the ring pod. We got our individual handles. You got at Greg Bush SK on Twitter /X and at Greg Bush on Blue Sky with a freaky
D. You're right, freaky deaky man.
Reggie Simpson Memorial Predictions Champion, Rock Riz 44, Kenny Rivers. He right there. We got our reigning and defending Are You Fucking Serious quiz show champ and Mike John, Mr. Fred here, the teacher man.
Baby.
And you got me, the forever IC champ. You know me, the right answer. You got our street team captain, Tito J, Boreal Maliente, and we got our Florida Gator himself, the professor, Justin D. Baxley. Go Gators. Y'all have y'all a wonderful night, and I know which one to pick. Yeah.
Do the dog. Have a good one.
Peace out. Peace out. Hey. Peace out, what?
Y'all all roll.
Have a good one.